So you probably clicked on this video because you're looking to get about $25,000 in emergency business funding by tomorrow. If you're in a situation where you need that much money by tomorrow, it's probably because an opportunity came up that's too good that you can't pass up. Maybe you have payroll due, maybe you need inventory, equipment, or maybe you're behind on bills and you really need to pay it or it'll put you in a bad situation. Or you have something that you want to invest into the company that you know is going to be far greater than you actually pulling out the loan and actually getting that money because you know you're going to make so much more after that. Well, in that case, I'm going to show you exactly how you can get $25,000 tomorrow. This does not work if you're a startup, by the way. So if you're pre-revenue, meaning you're not making any money right now with your business, this will not work. The only way that you can get money if you're pre-revenue would really be to go towards personal loans, bootstrapping it, maybe credit cards, or if you own a home, you could do a home equity loan. So how does it work if you need to get emergency capital by tomorrow? Well, your business already needs to be making money. So it's more based off of your cash flow and your revenue, because what an alternative lender does for cash flow based lending, which is what this would be, which is an MCA, a merchant cash advance, they'll give you about 3%, closer to about 7 to 8% of what you do annually back as a loan. So in this case, if you need about $25,000, your business needs to be doing on the high side at least $833, let's say $800,000 a year. Then on the lower side, closer to $350 something thousand a year. But you should always be prepared a little bit more on the higher side. So that's roughly around $70,000 a month that your business is currently doing right now to qualify for a $25,000 fast emergency business loan. Two in the range of $30,000 a month, there's a chance you could possibly qualify as well too. Now, how this works is very, very simple, right? The what kind of dictates that range? Well, credit score, big thing as well too, right? If you have a higher credit score, you typically will be a little bit higher on that range, and if you have a good history with other lenders in the past. If you have constant NSFs on your operating account, so your business banking account, and you're constantly bouncing on payments, well, there's a good chance that you're most likely either not going to get approved or they're going to give you a lower amount, right? Bankruptcy and collections. So if you've been putting collections in the past and you're still in collections, I'd recommend you pay that and get out of collections. Or if you are in collections, just know that you'll probably get a lower amount. And open bankruptcy as well too. That's not always the greatest as well, but I've seen in some situations you still can get a merchant cash advance with a bankruptcy, but you got to let your team know or whoever you're working with in order to kind of get it done, and you should be upfront and honest with it as well too. Another thing that could hurt your chances of getting qualified is if you're currently right now working with, let's say, another broker, and let's say that broker doesn't really know your story that well and they shopped you around a ton and got you declined by a ton of different places. Now, here's the thing, if you're getting declined by a ton of different places, I mean, the story is one thing that is super important, but to be honest with you, if your file isn't that good, it's going to get declined anyways. But sometimes if you're working with a good team, then in that case, it'll give you a better chance of actually, getting accepted, or if they have good relationships with lenders, then in that case, you have a better chance of getting accepted. Which leads me to, where do you go? You go on Google and search up, the fast business loans in whatever area that you're in, or to make it easier, you just click on the link in our bio or go to outcome99.com, and our team will help you get the whole process going A to Z. And we have direct relationships with lenders, so in that case, we get you the best rates, the best terms, and sometimes our team has been able to get our clients approved in situations where other brokers and other teams weren't able to. Now, once you're there, let's say, for example, you're talking to someone from Outcome99, what do you do from there, right? Or whatever lender you're talking to. Well, they're going to ask for two things typically, right? They're going to ask for 6 months of bank statements from the operating account, right? So if you're using whatever bank account there, if it's Chase or RBC or Scotiabank, whatever it is there, they're going to ask for 6 months of bank statements from that account. Then from there, they're going to ask you for some basic business questions in a short little application that you could probably do in about 30, 60 seconds. Now here's the thing, if you know that you need the money by Friday and today's like Tuesday or Wednesday, right? Please don't take forever to send the bank statements and do the applications, because everything works off of Eastern hours. So in that case, if you're being slow with sending over the statements or filling out the application, then just know that the whole process is going to be a little bit slower, right? So you don't want to come down to the wire on Thursday when you need the money wired by Friday, because you might get approval on Thursday, but maybe the wire comes in on Monday. It really depends. Now, once you set that off to your team, if you're working with a broker, if you're working with a direct lender there, I would recommend working with a broker, because you got to kind of think of it like Subway, right? Let's say, for example, if you go to a Subway restaurant or a fast food chain in that case, and you're like, okay, so what is the best sandwich? They're going to tell you the best sandwich at Subway, right? Versus if say, for example, you're just wondering what's the best sandwich all over your city. Well, there's Quiznos and there's other low-key ones in different cities, and there's this place and that place and this place you saw on TikTok or whatever it is there. There's so many different products, just like there's tons of different types of lenders here in the space. So in that case, if you are working with a broker that has a good relationship with these lenders, there's a better chance that you're going to get approved, versus if you go in by yourself and you get denied, then what ends up happening is that your file gets marked as a declined file. And other lenders, it's a pretty tight-knit community, they're gonna know right away that, okay, this person got denied in the past, why did this person get denied? Think of it as like if you were lending your own money and you saw that other people were saying no, 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 and you're probably thinking to yourself, well, why would I lend my money to this person? It's the exact same sort of thing as well too, right? So you wanna make sure and protect yourself that you're not just getting shopped around and you get declined from every single place when you could have came in with a strategy. If you want to come in with a strategy, just click the link in our bio or go to outcome99.com and we'll help you get that business funding as soon as humanly possible.